मेरे लास्ट के ब्लड चेकअप कराया तब वो कराया
Uh, Very good morning, Dodia sir, and very good morning to all of you participants. I think we now begin with our session. Am I audible to you? Am
Yes,
I audible
yes, sir.
and am I visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, Dr. Dodia is working or serving as an assistant professor of English, language teaching and education, and overseeing the IQAC placement cell and competitive examinations like TET, CTET, UGC, NET, and GSET at HM Patel Institute of English Training and Research, Vallabh Vidyanagar, Gujarat since 2019. He has experience of almost 17 years, and he has so far published some 19 research papers, and he has also presented 19 papers in various seminars and conferences, and he has written 9 books, and one of the books is published by UGC NET English Literature. So Dr. Dodia assists all those who are aspirants of UGC NET examination. And so he is with us today. So I hand over to Dr. Dodia, and I hope this session will be very fruitful to you. Let's hope so. So over to Dr. Dodia. Sir,
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
you
sir,
may
for your
start
kind
now.
words. Will I be able to present my PPT, sir?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So, friends, is it visible to you? Please respond.
Just a second. It's still not visible. Karema usen. Visible.
I think it's visible right now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. Karna, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. I have also turned it on my YouTube in my mobile phone so that I can get the comments over there and I can respond accordingly. So, friends, as far as UGC NET examination or any kind of examination concern, the things are different, very different. How it's different? Let me tell you. When you study in your graduation or post graduation and you give any exam, competitive exam, so it is quite different from the examinations which are taken at the university level for semesters, for year. Okay, because competitive examination is different because it requires some a different kind of preparation strategy techniques which differs from your study habits that you have during your PG or UG. Okay, there you need to study thoroughly and you can write, you can describe the things in your answer books, but here you don't need to describe anything. Here you need to use particular techniques to remember the things because objective questions are there. And when we talk about objective questions, we have to remember, we have to recall the things, we have to remember using different tricks and strategies that we are going to discuss today. So, paper one, general paper, when we look at this, we think that this is nothing. This paper can be done in free time, or we can say that we focus more on paper two or subject paper. But it is not like that, friends. If you get good score in paper one, that will be very, very helpful in your UGC NET exam result. How it can be helpful? As you all know that there are 100 marks for paper one. 50 questions are there. When there are 50 questions, at least you need to focus on getting correct 35 questions. Okay, 30 to 35 questions to qualify in NET, so that you can get around 70 or 80 marks in the paper one exam. Okay, so that it can add on to your UGC NET result. Fine. So level of paper one is also lower than the SSC and UPSC examinations. And one important thing, friends, that is no negative marking is there. If you fail in any question, that won't affect. It may affect it on your score, but it won't take your correct mark. Okay. So the level is very lower than the Staff Selection Commission examination or Union Public Service Commission examinations and other examinations like that after graduation. So level is not that much difficult for us. We need to just focus and we need to just prepare for this. Descent score, if I talk about, this is 30, 35 marks. Sorry, 30, 35 correct questions. Okay. Before we move forward, let me give an overview what we are going to discuss in these upcoming 2 hours. So first of all, I will narrate a kind of strategy, technique, what to prepare, how to prepare, and what are the different strategies. Okay. Then we will talk about on the complete syllabus of UGC paper one. Okay. Then we will further talk about higher education. That is the topic of today's session also. Okay. So first half of the session will be covering the strategies and techniques for preparation, keeping in mind the complete course of UGC NET paper one. And the second half will be on higher education. Frequently, there will be some MCQs after each and every topic. I have added them and we will try them out. Okay, so let's begin again. So another important thing is never skip these sense-based sections. For example, common sense questions are there. Look, whatever you read or prepare for 6 months or 1 year for paper one, rather than that, whatever your experience is there during your school education or college education, they'll help you a lot because many questions are based on common sense. For example, out of 4 options, you will definitely feel that 2 are correct and 2 are definitely wrong. But out of two, which one may be correct? That is the matter of common sense. That is a matter of reference also. You need to recall over there. Okay. So never skip such questions which are given in the syllabus. Reading comprehension is one example of that. There you need to focus more. You need to spend some more time. Okay. Then teaching aptitude, completely based on common sense. If you have that aptitude inborn, then you will definitely mark the correct answers. But here we need to understand what is the psychology and philosophy of teaching. Okay, so that we can face these questions. Then communication and computer, ICT. So ICT is used widely right now by all of us. So there also we can do better. Communication also has limited scope for questions. Okay, so those things we need to prepare. We will talk on them later in this PPT only. Next is theoretical section: people, environment, research methodology, IT and computers, government policies. So these are the theoretical sections that we need to focus in paper 1. In people and environment, we need to focus on what are the acts, law passed by government of India or the passed worldwide, okay, by different countries. Then research methodology in general here, not in relation to English literature, because this is general paper for all the subjects. So what is the meaning of hypothesis? What are its types? Then population, sampling methods. Okay. Then IT and computers, government policies regarding education, government policies regarding environment, government policies regarding right to education and something like that. Okay, so this is theoretical section we need to focus. Practical section includes logical reasoning, mathematical reasoning, data interpretation. In this section, codes are to crack. Mostly old questions asked again in different form. For this, watch YouTube videos on explanation of these topics. So here, I don't think that you need to read any kind of book. You need to just practice it. Okay, by practice you can do better in this particular section. And when there are some strategies used by the examiners, for example, codes are there to crack. Okay, any series of number is there, so you need to identify which series is correct one, which code is the correct one. So there is particular trick for that. So for that reason, you can try different YouTube videos also. We will discuss on that later in this PPT also. So now the question is there, how to start preparation for the beginners. This is the biggest question I can say. Okay, so first of all, examining previous year's question papers. Can anybody tell me why should we examine the previous year's question papers? What is the reason behind it?
To know how the questions will come, the way of asking.
The way of asking, the format of the question. Okay, so that we can understand how what I have to read or I have to prepare. Because until and unless you don't know the pitch of the ground, how can you do batting in the cricket? So this is like that. You must know about the format of the question, the detailing of the question. Okay, if you have noticed in the earlier question papers of UGC NET and GSET or SET examinations, you will certainly find that UGC NET questions are in detail. In a one page, there are only 2 or 3 questions. They keep only 2 or 3 questions in one A4 size paper. Whereas in the GSET question paper, they keep around 8 to 10 questions in a set paper, because that is difficulty level. Okay, so difficulty level of GSET is easier, and UGC NET is quite difficult for us, because there is a detail in a question. You need to first of all read out the complete question, and then you have to focus on the options and find out the correct answer. So when you examine the previous year question papers, you come to know what kind of question format is used frequently by the exam paper setters. Okay, so there it will help you a lot. Which years papers we should refer? So last 5 years papers. Okay, priority should be given to last 5 years papers because that is related to latest syllabus also. In 2019 only syllabus was changed. So prior to that, I don't tell you to refer question papers because there you will find uh, old detailing, or we can say if suppose current affairs is there, so current affairs is current only, but in old question paper current affairs is of that time only. When you refer them and when you try to remember the answers of the question, that may uh, not help you. Okay, so refer only last 5 years question papers to understand the format. Then highlighting, understanding the format we just talked already. Then highlighting key topics on basis of the papers. Which are the key topics asked in the papers? So there are 10 units in paper 1. So when we distribute all the 10 units among the 50 questions, we can say that 5 questions from each unit is 5 questions from each unit are being asked. Okay, but it is not like that. Around 5 to 7, maximum 7 or 8 questions, or around 3 to 4 questions from each and every unit. There is not particular number of questions asked from each unit. We cannot say that only 5 questions will be asked. Okay, more than 5 or less than 5 can be asked. Okay, so there we can also find out this question relates to people and environment. So what detailing is there? What area is focused more? Okay, whether any protocol or agreement, universal agreement, or national level agreement is focused here, so I have to refer that. Okay, so these question papers also help you highlighting key topics. Okay, so highlight them, and you can also do one thing, you can just make a note of it somewhere in your copy. Okay, then focus more on latest exam papers that we already talked about, friends. Now let's go ahead. So what and how to read? So this is the part of how to prepare only. So priority to standard books on paper 1. So here we will be confused because there are plenty of books available online, offline, okay, on Amazon, Flipkart, many other publication houses. Okay, but what to refer? Look, you should not refer more than one book for paper 1. Other things you should refer from elsewhere. So paper 1 guide which can help you, which has good review on Amazon, that you can refer, or you can buy it from the marketplace. But focus on and only one book, which is latest one also of 2024, and you go for 25 UGC net 2025 examination, refer latest edition only of 2025 only, because things are being added by the publishers, by the authors, things which are related to current affairs, which are related to upcoming or future agreements or future protocols, any kind of meetings are there, any kind of resolutions are there passed by the government or at universal level. So those will be added in the latest edition. So don't go for previous editions, and previous editions will be less costlier, I know that. Okay, if previous edition book is of 300 rupees and latest edition book is of 400 rupees, you will certainly go for 300 rupees book because the things are similar, it looks similar, but these are not similar. Okay, things have been added day by day. Okay, so priority to be given to standard books on paper 1. I will I will also refer you one book also regarding that. Next is reference material or guides and study notes. So reference material, what do we call reference material? Can anybody tell me? What is the meaning of reference material? Do you have any idea regarding reference material? Fine. So reference material, if you call about, it is something other, apart from the books, standard books. For example, if you read something in your own syllabus of English literature or yes. Hello. Okay, let's continue. So, other than the standard books on paper one will be called a reference material, which is available in the library of your college or department, which is available at your home somewhere, which is available with your from your friends who have already passed the NET examination. Then guides means where questions are given with the answers. Maybe explanation is also given in the books. Okay, so those will be called guides. Old question papers, a book based on old question papers will also be a kind of reference material or guide. Okay, and study notes that you prepare out of your experience of preparation from books, from videos, from reference material and guides, etc., etc. So study notes is individual. Okay, it does not relate to a group, but it is individual. For example, if you see something important, you just note down in your copy. So that will become your note at the end of the preparation. So study notes will also be helpful. Then making schedule unit wise. So suppose there are 1 week. So there are 7 days in a week. So you can distribute the units among the week. Whatever unit is bigger one, you can allot 1 complete day to unit that particular unit, and those units which are not bigger one or which has less amount of material to prepare, those units you can allot 2 or 3 units you can allot in one single day. Okay, so making a schedule unit wise and strictly following it. There should not be any kind of excuse. That is reflected in the 4th point also. At least 7 to 8 hours reading a day. Okay, that is must, friends. Because as I told you earlier, competitive examination is something very different. If you are gold medal in English literature, if you are gold medal in any other courses, but here things will be different. Okay, gold medal will not be helping here. Here only your common sense, your technique and strategy, and your internal zeal to prepare the things that will help you. So 7 to 8 hours a day at least. Okay, as per your schedule. And another important thing is highlighting key phrases, points, statements, genre, popularity of literary works, etc. It is more related to English literature, but it can help you in paper one as well. How? So when you read any standard book, when you read any reference material or guide, just highlight the things with a pencil, underline them, and you can just rephrase them and you can note them down in your copy also. Okay, so any particular point is over there, any establishment year is given there, any objective behind that particular thing. For example, Indian education commissions are there. So what is the main objective of for Kothari commission or Sadler commission, something like that? So you have to highlight the major objective. Okay, why it was set up by the government. So that particular thing we need to remember. Okay, so highlighting points, statements, genre in literature, you can do that. Popularity of literary works, you can do in the literature part also. Okay, so highlighting is the major keyword here we need to focus. Then another technique which is just adding on to that particular technique, previous technique, blended mode of preparation. How will you do blended mode of preparation? So traditional and digital ways of study. Traditional way of study means, can anybody tell me what is the traditional way of study?
Sitting in a particular class.
Yes, sitting in a class and reading out the books. Fine. Preparing from the books only, rather than going through any social media sites or any video available on digital platforms. Okay, so that is a traditional way of study. We should not forget that. look, we should not forget that particular way, because that is going to help us a lot. That will be our priority. Okay, reading out the books. Then digital ways of study. What are the digital ways? We will talk in this particular thing only. Let's focus on the second one. Reading standard books and references. Already we talked about that. Then attending seminars, webinars, conferences on English literature. So here, regarding English literature, as well as programs like this, coaching program, online coaching programs, which are available online. So you must attend such seminars and webinars. Okay, or any marathon is going on YouTube. You should attend them, because for 6 months to 1 year, you have to do hard work. And this is the part of your hard work only, friends. So from anywhere you can get the knowledge, you should just grab it. Then watching pure content videos on YouTube. Pure content videos means many videos are available to misguide you. Okay, plenty of them. We can say that 90% videos are there to misguide you. So pure content videos are those who does not, which does not tell you to buy their course, which does not tell you to subscribe or anything like that. Maybe they can tell you subscribe, but if you find that they are more focused on content, whatever they are going to present in the video, if they are doing so, you should watch those videos. In the beginning, in the beginning only, you will understand that this video is helpful to me or not. Okay, in couple of minutes you will get to know. So watching pure content videos, just click like on those videos so that you can refer them afterwards. You don't need to find out again. Okay, then out of videos also you can make some notes. Whenever you find that this particular point I haven't referred in any book, and this is here available, so let me just pause the video and take a screenshot, or I can just note down in my copy. So look, I am talking about each and every minute details of preparation. Okay, I'm not going to talk about theoretically. So these small and little things will help you a lot in preparation. So watching pure content videos, then making notes of important points that already we talked about. Then attempting practice tests, mock tests. So this is one important thing. How to attempt them? So many tests are available online. Even UGC-NET portal has one test of last year paper. Okay, so they keep it as a mock test that you can attend. Okay, but somewhere there will be technical glitches on the platform because it takes time and server is a little down. So you can refer other practice tests and mock tests available on different websites by different educators. Okay, look, they may be telling you that please buy my courses, please be a subscriber to my channel or something like that. But we should focus on the important thing that we are going to do on their website. That is attempting tests, practice tests and mock tests. Okay, and there find out what is your score. Okay, then focus on weak points. What is your weak point? Just try to strengthen it by doing this blended mode of preparation. Okay, so this is the thing that we should do for preparation. And I should say that this is a guaranteed strategy to qualify NET and SET. But at the same time, I should tell you that it depends on the individual, how much he or she follows the things. That's important. Okay, so be more attentive and regular than before, because when you apply for NET and you tell your friends that I have applied this time, and let's see what happens. Okay, this should not be the strategy, friends. If you have applied, change your lifestyle, change your routine. Okay, so that you can qualify, or you can go nearby to the qualify the score. Okay, so be more attentive and regular than before. That is 7 to 8 hours minimum preparation. Then make a schedule and follow it strictly. Reading and revision. Attend mock tests, practice tests online, offline. Using social media platforms. So this was left out in the previous slide. So Facebook Facebook and Instagram, WhatsApp, Telegram, these are the different groups, channels available online. And WhatsApp and Telegram groups are in a number of in a large number, we can say. Okay, but out of them, a few are good, which just post the daily questions also, MCQs also on the channel. So be the part of such channels. Because usually we use our mobile phone a lot in a single day. Okay, so when you use your mobile phone, focus on these social media platforms for the purpose of preparation only. Don't go for watching unnecessary reels or shorts. Okay, because try to remember that, try to recall every time that I have applied for net examination, I have to focus on social media platforms which help me for my preparation. Okay, so Facebook groups are there, Instagram channels are there, Instagram pages are there, WhatsApp, Telegram groups are there, which are posting daily MCQs. But here, once again, I need to tell you that many channels are posting extra material. Suppose there are 2,000 or 3,000 members in a particular channel, Telegram channel. So everyone is sharing something different every day. So look, here you have to delimit your preparation material also. If you go for each and every new material posted every day, so it will not help you, it will just confuse you. Because if you prepare from one book, and if somebody suggests you another book, then you will be confused that which book I should give the priority. Okay, and when you go for the both the books, it will take your time. Okay, so you have to delimit your material also. If you find anything best material for any particular point, keep it in your library. Okay, other than that, don't follow anything else. Okay, why I'm telling this? Because this will reduce your time for preparation, and this will not confuse you at all. Okay, now let's focus on the book list and resources that we should have. So this is the two books I have outlined here, shown here. These are for the purpose of examples only. Okay, but I found them better than other books. That's why I have added here. So first of all, old question papers with solutions. You can access them from my blog also. You can access them from UGCNet website also. Okay, but I have prepared one compiled copy that is available online in my groups also. That compiled copy, you just need to take printout from somewhere, and you just keep it a spiral copy of that for the purpose of reading and referring. Okay, then net paperworm book that I found useful till now. This is old version of the book, 2020 edition, but I think new edition is available. And apart from these two different books, there are plenty new books available online. One is Oswald also, where you find a good amount of material in the book itself. Okay, I'm not promoting any kind of book, but I am referring you that these books are good, better than other books, so that you can just go for them. If you find it useful, you can have it. Okay, so Harpreet Kaur's book is there, where old question papers are given with solution, as well as around 10 to 11 audio lectures are available. There is a code given in the book. You have to use that code on the website, and you can listen to the audio for paper one. Okay, and paper one book, another book is there, Amar Ujala Education on old question papers and solution. This book is particularly on previous year's question papers and its solutions. Okay, then YouTube videos, free, cheap, and easy to avail. Once again, I'm telling, don't go for promotion videos. There are so many promotion videos that they use a kind of marketing strategy to divert you towards their website and buy their courses. But don't go for that. You can do the things for paper one using YouTube only, free, cheap, and easy to avail. Okay, I will refer a couple of channels for that at the end of this session. Then at last, common sense, smart work and notes. Already we talked about them. Now, friends, let's focus on this particular thing. Units of paper 1. I hope you are familiar with these units. Okay. And 3 or 4 units are there which are not theoretical. But out of these 10 units, we will talk about 6 different units in this particular session. And about 3 to 4 units, I will just guide you what to do. Okay. So let's first of all understand unit number 1, teaching aptitude. So here, as I told you earlier, it may be inborn or it may not be inborn. Everyone is not a teacher. Okay. But everyone can prepare to be a teacher. So understanding how a learner learns and how a teacher teaches. So that is the thing that we need to prepare. We need to instill in our personality. For example, concept of teaching. What is teaching? So to teach something, that is teaching. In simple way, we can say. But that is not going to be asked in the paper. What is going to be asked? Let's discuss. So aptitude, ability to teach, how to teach. What are the different criteria to measure teaching? Okay, what to do, what not to do in the classroom as a teacher. Okay, pros and cons while teaching. Okay, so methodology of teaching or techniques of teaching. Okay, strategies to be used in teaching, that we need to know. Then only keep basic ideas in mind about this. Basic ideas that we talked about, what is teaching, techniques and methodology of teaching, that those are basic ideas. Then objectives of teaching, purpose, goal, etc. Modifying the behavior of students on the whole. So what are the expected behavioral changes that a teacher needs to bring in a child's personality? Okay, the expected behavioral change. If it is clear to you, you can do better in this particular unit. Okay. So then levels of teaching, memory, understanding, and reflective reflections, we can say reflective way of teaching. For example, whatever I have taught, I should do reflection on my teaching so that I can improve myself. Okay. Then characteristics of teaching as an art, creativity. Then as a science, as a continuous process, characteristics of learners, gender, ability, academic background, prior knowledge. These characteristics we should know before we go for teaching. Okay, so that you can teach better. If you know your learners, their individual differences, you can teach better so that you can plan out. Okay, if you know that my class has 50 students and out of 50, 20 students are average students, 10 students are clever students, and other 20 are weak students. So for weak students, I have to try a lot. For them, I need to use certain strategy so that I can make them average. And for average students, I have to do something different. Using that, those average students can become clever. Okay. That is also universal design for learning, UDL, followed by many teachers. So these particular things we need to refer. So here we need to understand the objective of teaching, what are the different purposes, then what is the expected behavioral change among the students that we need to do, then different features of teaching, okay, how to teach, what to teach. Now, in this particular thing, if anyone has any question, they may ask. Then we can go for the 2 questions. Any query or question is there? You can also note down in your copy so that we can discuss later on. Okay, friends. Now let's try. So look at this. Which one of the following is a key behavior in effective teaching? So can you guess the answer, the correct answer? 4 options are given using student ideas and contribution, structuring, instructional variety, questioning. 4 different options are there. Identify which one is the correct one. This is so simple question. I'm not able to see your chats, friends, because I have presented the my PPT. So you can just unmute your mic and you can tell me. Okay, many people have typed in chat box that A is typed, then B is also there. Can anybody tell me why A is there? What is the reason behind it? Correct answer is A only. But what is the reason behind it? Yeah, it's A only. But what is the reason behind it?
Sir, it can help us to modify our teaching according to students.
Okay, yes, because there is a word, a key word is given there. Effective teaching. Effective teaching means teaching which is improved day by day by the teacher with the help of students' feedback. Okay, sometimes parents' feedback as well, and sometimes self-reflection by the teacher. Okay, one person has posted in the chat box because there needs to be a connection with students to teach them well. Very good. So using student ideas and contribution, let them speak, let them respond. That's important. Okay. So see here, the answer is different. Why the answer is different? Nobody guessed this answer.
Sir, may I answer?
Yes, please.
So every student's cognition level is different. Their aptitude is different. So with the variety of instruction, a teacher may be successful in teaching. So as per the aptitude of a student, they can grasp whatsoever they can.
Very good.
In that case, C may be the answer.
So individual differences are there. The levels we can see. Okay. So learning level, learning ability, that we need to focus. So here, look, A and C both look correct options. Why? Because using student ideas and contribution where students are responding to the questions of the teacher. Okay. It also looks correct. All of you answered that only. But nobody thought about instructional variety. What is instructional variety? Instruction means not a kind of any commands or orders to be followed, but instruction means teaching learning process in education. Okay, so instructional variety where we are going to use a variety of material, TLMs, teaching learning material, and some kind of blended mode of teaching. Okay, so that will help you a lot in effective teaching. Okay, so this is one of the key behavior in effective teaching. So here we need to use a little common sense, and we have to identify why option A is only correct, why others cannot be correct. What is the meaning of B? What is the meaning of C? What is the meaning of D? Okay, so there we need to reflect upon. There we will be able to find out the correct answer. Okay. Now, here is one more question on the basis of teaching aptitude. So from the list given below, identify the learner characteristics which would facilitate teaching learning system to become effective. Choose the correct code to indicate your answer. So this is particularly UGC NET style. Okay, such questions are asked. So options are given in the form of codes only. Just focus on the A to F. A is a prior experience of learner, then learner's family lineage, then aptitude of the learner, learner's stage of development, learner's food habits and hobbies, learner's religious affiliation. So these are the different 6 parameters we can say. Focus on the question again. Identify the learner characteristics which would facilitate teaching learning system to become effective. Once again, here instructional process is focused in the question. Identify the correct option, friends. Okay, people are writing in the chat box. Okay. 4 to 5 students have written A. A has A, C, and D. Fine. Any different opinion from your side? Option A only. Okay, all of you are writing option A only. So in option A, which are the codes A, C, and D. So A refers to prior experience of learner. Okay, that is required. Then C refers to aptitude of the learner. That is also required. And D refers to learner's stage of development. Fine. Other three are not relatable. Okay, that's quite correct. Fine, this is A only. So here we are going to identify the learner characteristics, which are going to facilitate teaching learning system to become effective. So if there is prior experience of learner, you can ask pre-knowledge based questions in the beginning of the class. If there is an aptitude of the learner, you can use that aptitude and you can just try to modify in a progressive manner. Okay, and then a learner's stage of development, at what stage he or she is. So focusing on that, you can give them assignments or a kind of exercises during your teaching process. Okay, so in this particular thing, we discussed that how teaching aptitude is going to be useful in UGC NET paper 1. I think we have to do a little hurry because still we have completed unit 1 only. So research aptitude is there. Let's focus on the major ideas, friends. So these ideas are the key topics I have outlined in this PPT to help you to focus on them only, not other than these things. Okay, if you find any important thing apart from this, you can consult me also in this particular session only, or you can contact me afterwards. But these things I have outlined for the purpose of preparation. These are based on priority. Okay, so meaning and concept of research, then major types of research. Those are fundamental research, which is also named as pure research or basic research. So there is a typo in the last one, basic research. Research spelling is having an error. Okay, so please don't mind regarding that. Then applied research is there, then action research. So these are the 3 major types of research. Other types of research include ex post facto research, laboratory experimental research, field investigation research, survey research, evaluation research. So these are the other subtypes we can see. Then when we go for population, so finite population, infinite population. Okay, finite population, which is something determined, a limited population. Infinite, there is no limitation. Okay, then other types of population are homogeneous, heterogeneous, hypothetical population. Then types of sampling, probability sampling, non-probability sampling, types of hypothesis. Three major types are there based on variables, a simple hypothesis, complex hypothesis, then based on specific relationship of variables, universal hypothesis and existential hypothesis. Okay, then third one is based on specific purpose, research hypothesis, working hypothesis, which are directional and non-directional, which are used widely in researches. Then null hypothesis, statistical hypothesis, which are used in statistical researches. Then alternative hypothesis. These are the major types of hypothesis, friends. Then another important thing is tools for data collection. So we need to be familiar with these tools. First of all, observation, rating scale, checklist, questionnaire, interview, projective method, sociometry. Okay, so these are the different data collection tools that a teacher uses while doing research work. Okay, any one or two are being used by any researcher or investigator. Then steps of research article, title, abstract, introduction, method, results, discussion, references. These are the different steps. Okay, so here we need to be familiar with the concept of this particular thing. And with a simple example, if it is given in the book, you can just remember the example for the purpose of preparation. But this is the limited material I can say you should prepare for research aptitude. Okay, not beyond that. Then research methodologies, experimental research method, then observational, survey methods, case studies. Then last is reliability and validity in research. Okay, so what is the meaning of reliability? How reliable is the research is, and what is the validity of the research? Okay. Now let's try the questions. First of all, a research is, four options are given in front of you. Searching again and again, finding solution to a problem, working in a scientific way to search for truth or of any problem, or none of the above. What may be the right answer to this? Okay, fine. So C is the correct answer, right? Because already there is written scientific way. So when you see the word scientific, okay. Sorry, there is a typo. I think one current list is visible over there. But working in a scientific way to search for truth of any problem, that is the correct option. Okay. Actually, I have used my previous PPT, which was available in my laptop only, and my laptop is not working right now. So I have to prepare it again. That's why some typos you will see there. Plus, but please don't mind regarding that. Okay, the answer of second is also visible there. So experimental study is based on manipulation of variables. But many of you will feel that why manipulation of variables? Can anybody tell me? Because manipulation is something else. We will not go for that option in the exam. But here the answer is manipulation of variables only for experimental study. What's the reason behind it? Somebody typed there C, application of research. No. Look at the type of study, experimental. Okay, fine. So why option A is correct there? Because manipulation of variables is also known as the independent variables in research. Why independent? Something independent which can be manipulated or modified. That's why it is manipulation of variables. And this happens in experimental study where the investigator can modify the variable. That's why it is said that this is manipulated variable. The independent variable is manipulated variable. That's why it is option A. Now, friends, let's come to the fourth unit, communication. So, many of you are familiar with these terms also in communication, types of communication. So, these are the 7 major types that you need to focus more. Intrapersonal communication, interpersonal, dyadic communication we say, then intra-group communication, intergroup communication, organizational, then public communication and mass communication. Okay, so these 7 types are basic types that we need to focus more with their meaning only, not more than that. Just go for their meaning, concept, nothing more than that. Don't go for more detail given in the book. Okay, because in the books, what will happen from the beginning of the communication, the origin of the communication, they begin the writing of the book. Okay, but we should not go for them. That's why I told you earlier that highlight the things what you need to read or what you need to revise afterwards. Okay, when you highlight the things, you don't go for the complete reading again. Okay, then other types are there, downward and upward and crosswise. Okay, downward communication where from down it begins, and from upward communication from where downward communication which begins from upwards, from authority to employees. Okay, and from employees to authority, that is upward. Then crosswise, so here they are communicating with each other, diagonal communication we say. So here also we need to focus on the concept, meaning. Then barriers to communication. Personal barriers are there, which are from within. Then semantic barriers, which may misguide the people. Okay, we can say miscommunication because of wrong words, using of wrong words. Okay, then organizational climatic barrier, then organizational structural barriers, and technical barriers, technical glitches if there are. Okay, so those are things we need to focus in communication. Now, there is a question. An example of asynchronous medium is, what may be the right answer, friends? What can be the right answers? Okay, D has been typed by a few students. So D is the right answer. Newspaper is the asynchronous medium. Okay. Then next is, which is not 24 hours news channel. Can anybody tell me? Which one is that? Okay, once again D. Very good. Fine. Thank you so much for the responses. Now let's go to the another unit. Okay, here comes the important things, friends. Unit number 3, unit number 5, and unit number 6 and 7. So for these units, we need to do practice work. Okay, rather than theoretical reading, we should go for practicing them. Reading comprehension, you should solve a different comprehension passages. Then only you can develop the critical ability, critical thinking ability, okay, to solve the questions. Then mathematical reasoning and aptitude needs a kind of practice, consistent practice of different sums and questions. Logical reasoning also is related to the same. Data interpretation, somewhat related to mathematical reasoning. Okay. So for this particular thing, go for old question papers of NET, SSC. Don't go for UPSC examinations because that is quite difficult. But SSC is the proper level you should go for. Okay. Or either go for UGC NET papers only. And look, these 4 units are eternal units, we can say, because the things will not be different that much. Okay, other units will be modified time to time, but these things are depending on our reasoning ability and interpretation ability. Okay, so old question paper of all years of UGC NET will help you here. You need to just solve the questions rather than finding the answer from the answer key. You just go for solving them. Okay. Then unit number 7 is there. That is regarding information and communication technology. Okay, ICT. So general abbreviations and terminology used in ICT. Focus on that first of all. For example, AUP, acceptable use policy. Then bandwidth. Okay, that is terminology regarding a connection to send some amount of data from one computer to internet and vice versa. So that is bandwidth. So you should focus on such abbreviations and terminology given in the book of paper 1 regarding ICT. Okay, so find out the major ones only, because some of the things you will certainly get the answer, but highlight those things which you don't know. Okay, for example, what is the full form of ATM? So everyone knows about it, but what is the full form of AUP? Hardly a few people knows about it. So such things you need to highlight in the copy so that you can revise. Then basics of internet, intranet. Intranet is something which is for the organization only, limited. Internet is worldwide. Okay, then email, audio and video conferencing, regarding the tools also, web tools for video conferencing, for example, Zoom. Then digital initiative in higher education. Is there any digital initiative by Government of India, by state government, okay, for education enhancement or improvement? So find it out. Then ICT and governance. So how ICT can be useful for administration, for management of the system. Okay, so whether any such portals available on in central government or in state government, find them out. And these are given in different way, in a particular way in the books also. Okay, so these things we should focus more in this particular unit. Now let's try this particular question. When a computer is booting, BIOS is located into the memory by. So answer me the question. What can be the right answer? While computer is booting, BIOS is located to the memory by A. Rushabh is typing D and A both. We should answer only one. We have to select just a single option. Okay, Khushi is saying A, Dharmesh is saying D, Millie is going for B. Okay, Vidya also B, Pradeep is B. I think we have got the answer. Okay, because more people have answered B. So B is the correct answer, friends. Read-only memory. RAM is not for that. Many people will be misguided that RAM is popular. We know about RAM. If higher RAM is available in the CPU, it will faster the computer. But here we talk about when the computer is booting, BIOS is located to the memory by ROM. Okay. Another question is there. This is quite simple, friends. This is quite simple. It was asked once in a GSET paper also. Yes, it's quite simple. A is the correct answer. File transfer protocol. Okay, but let me tell you that. Look, file is available in 3 different options. File transfer, file tracking, and file transfer procedure. Okay, A and C has protocol, D has procedure. So there people may be confused whether it is procedure or whether it is protocol, or whether it is transfer or tracking. Okay, because transfer is also available in 3 different options, A, B, and D. So here we need to be aware that or conscious that while clicking in the answer book in the OMR sheet, okay, so that we do not make any mistake. Because when it was online, this exam is not online, this is offline. When it was online, it was easy to modify the answers, but right now it is not possible. Okay, so file transfer protocol is the correct answer. But friends, when you know the answer 100%, be conscious while you tick mark in the OMR sheet. Okay, while you circle in the OMR sheet, because you may make an error, a mistake. Okay, so be conscious. Now let's go ahead. An important unit that is regarding environment, people and environment. Okay, so components of environment. Here I have outlined important ideas and topics for the exam, which you need to focus. Not more than this. I don't think more data you should need. Okay. So components of environment, abiotic or non-living component, lithosphere, that is named as solid earth, hydrosphere, water component, atmosphere, gaseous envelope, then biotic or non-living, living component, then energy component, energy resources, solar, wind, hydro, geothermal, biomass, nuclear, forests. Okay. These ideas are already given in many of the books. Okay. One book I referred in the beginning, that book is having these ideas. So here we need to focus on meaning and concept of these things, not more than that. Okay. Be very straightforward when you prepare things for paper 1. Otherwise, you will be misguided. You will waste your time. That's why I have outlined these things for the purpose of a direct preparation. Then Millennium Development Goals and Sustainable Development Goals. Look, friends, these two things have been asked a lot in the UGC NET exam in previous year's question papers. Okay. So whatever goals are given there, just try to remember them. Okay. Because these are asked again and again. Then theme of the World Environment Day. World Environment Day of 2023 or 2024. Both the themes you need to remember. One is already passed, then one is going to be celebrated in the month of June. Okay, so what is the theme of World Environment Day? Find it out. Then Nature Conservation Day is also celebrated. I think it is in month of September or August, I think. Then Earth Day is there. Okay, so these days you have to find out which are related to environment and find the themes of the celebration. The theme which is decided by the government of India or decided universally. Okay, so themes are important. Then dates are also important, friends. Find the dates also for them. Then environmental issues, local, global, pollutions, climate change, universal issues you should focus more rather than local issues. Okay, local can be used, but local here means state-wise issues, not local level means city-wise issues. Okay, they don't go for city area issue for the environmental issue. They will go for state level issue or national level issue. Okay, then Environment Protection Act 1986. You should go for the objective behind it. Who was the chairman or any chairperson was there? So who was that person? Okay, don't go for the whole act, friends. Don't go for the recommendations or law as it is. Just go for major law, not more than that. Then Montreal Protocol is there, which was just after 1 year of Environment Protection Act, 1987. Then Rio Summit, then Convention on Biodiversity, Kyoto Protocol, Paris Agreement, International Solar Alliance. So major protocols and major summits I have outlined here. There may be a couple of more also. Okay, but these are given in the book only. So what to focus? We should focus on the setup year, when it was set up, what was the reason behind it, what is the objective, then who were the major persons, maybe chairman or director or something like that, then what they recommended, the major recommendation, not all the recommendations, the major one. Because in the objective only you will find the recommendation. Okay, in the objective only. Then recommendations, then any suggestion is given there. So just find such things, highlight such things for your preparation. Don't go for complete reading. You can go for complete reading in the first reading, but for second reading, you should highlight the things. Now let's go ahead. Fine. So I think question is there. So question is given there, friends. The atmosphere of the earth consists of nitrogen and oxygen gases in the ratio of. So what can be the ratio? Tell me. Chat is open. Fine. Yes, somebody also posted theme: land restoration, desertification, and desertification and drought resilience. Okay, in this particular question, answer B is posted by many. 4:1. Okay, fine. So that is the correct answer, friends. Very good. Okay, so next question is there. The major source of the pollutant gas, carbon monoxide, CO, in urban areas is. So find out the option, correct option. Thermal power sector, transport sector, industrial sector, or domestic sector. Okay, one is typing C. Okay, Rishabh, Varun, Mili, Shali, Drasti. Okay, Kushi is also saying C. No other option. Just one single option you are stick to. Industrial sector. Industries are okay. Somebody is writing A also. Okay. Industries are popular in this particular thing, but the correct option is different one, friends. Yes, somebody also. Many are writing all the three options, two options or three options. So UGC will not allow you to do that. You have to stick to one option. So correct option is B only, friends. Transport sector. Okay. Emissions of polluted air, smoke. Okay, that is the reason of carbon monoxide, friends. So transport sector is the sector for that. Fine. We have to focus on pollutant gas, carbon monoxide. So that will lead you to the right option. Now let's go ahead. The last unit of this syllabus, higher education system. We are going to discuss about it in detail also in this particular session only. So higher education system includes these major ideas, not more than that. Okay. So limited things I have added here. First of all, universities in India. Universities in India. So number of universities, they are not going to ask you. Okay. Every day or every week, there may be a new university is established in India. Okay. So answer may be different at the time of exam. So they will not ask you number of universities in India, but they may ask you about central universities. They may ask you about open universities. Okay. So how many are there central universities? How many open universities are there? Central universities, I hope that these are around 54 central universities in India. Then open universities are 14 open universities in India. Okay. And Distance Education Council is there, DEC. Then, then deemed universities. Deemed universities which are just institutions, but which are given the form of university by the UGC. That's why it is named as deemed to be university, which are not which have not become university yet, but they can become university in near future. Okay. Then agricultural universities, Then about some national level bodies, autonomous bodies also. So UGC, NCRT, IGNOU, AICTE, CBSC, ICSSR, IAAS, then ICPR, NCRI, NCTE, SCERT, that is just like NCERT, okay. Then NUPA, NIEPA, then NAC, NAAC, etc. So many abbreviations are there, many bodies are there at national level. But major I have outlined here, and I will talk about them in this particular session only. Then friends, oriental, conventional and non-conventional learning programs, then policies, governance and administration in relation to higher education system, okay, and in relation to Constitution of India also. So these, I think, 8 different key ideas are there, 9 key ideas are there. We should focus while we prepare for higher education. We should take care that anything should not be missed out of it, okay, when we prepare for that. So let's try out our knowledge of higher education. Education is a subject of legislation figures in the blank list, okay. This option was visible somewhere in the previous slide. So, and it is also easy question. Yes, correct. It is C only. Let's go ahead. Okay, concurrent list. Can anybody tell me what is concurrent list? Can anybody respond on this? What is the meaning of concurrent list? You can type in the chat box also, or you can just unmute your mic. That is the translation of concurrent list, Samvarti Yadi. Samvarti Yadi or Sanyukta Yadi. We need to have a definition. Recent existing, okay. The current doesn't mean here existing. Yes, Pradeep is right. Matter that comes in both state and central, okay, in their authority. So that is concurrent. Yes, common interest in both union and state. If you have seen, education is not just the levels or the curriculum or anything which is related to education is not just decided by union government or just state government. They both decide it, okay. That's why it is concurrent list. Now, which of the following are central universities? Find it out. And I think it has codes, huh? Because more than one central universities are there. So whether it is Pondicherry, Vishwabharati, HNB, Garhwal, Kurukshetra, which are the central universities? Any 3 are central universities out of it. Okay, Khushi and Benedict, they are typing A. 1, 2, 3. Okay, then anybody else? Try your luck. This is not your real exam. C, then Vidya is D. Okay. So let's understand. 1, 2, and 3. Pondicherry, Vishwabharati, and HNB. Okay, 3 are there. Then in C, there are 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So 2 is excluding Pondicherry. Yes, 2, 3, and 4. Vishwabharati, HNB, Kurukshetra. And 1 to 4, excluding HNB. Okay. So that is for D. So here, friends, Kurukshetra is not the central universities. Let me tell you. Other 3 are central universities. So option number option A is correct one. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. So look, questions will not be asked that which one is the central university out of the following. They may ask you questions using codes also. So in codes, many people are confused, but actually codes are helpful. When you know about 1 or 2 universities, this will help you deciding or remembering about other universities, whether this can be the part of this option or not. Okay, so that will help you in that particular way. Fine. So excellent, friends. Now key areas as per latest syllabus of paper 1. So till now we have discussed each and every unit with its key areas and topics. But here we are going to talk about higher education now. Okay. So when we talk about higher education, in higher education already we outlined the 9 different areas, and those areas are involved or included in these 6 different ideas which are given in the syllabus also. The same statements are given the syllabus copy by UGC. Okay, so we are going to discuss about them in a little detail in this particular session. So let's begin. So first of all, institutions of higher learning and education in ancient India. So all of us know about Gurukula system, the residential schools in ancient India, where parishads and sammelans were organized, which are told or named as academies and conferences. Okay, nowadays. Then education imparted at home by parents and elders. This is also a kind of education which was important in ancient India. Then Vedic system of education, where Vedas and Upanishads were taught. Then Sanskrit as a medium of instruction at that time. Okay, in Vedic system of education. Then another system of education was Buddhist system of education, where Buddhist scriptures were taught. And not the Sanskrit, but Pali language was the medium of instruction at that time. Then pre-independence acts, reports and commissions. So here comes the important thing there, where data is important. Then the years, the numerical data are important here. First of all, we will discuss about pre-independence acts, reports and commissions. So how education was evaluated. Okay, evaluated in post pre-independence and post-independence, that we are going to talk about. And if you have observed in the guides and books, we are given a lot of things regarding these acts and commissions, but out of them we need to focus on the key idea. So what is the key idea in Charter Act? So the first idea is the year when it was set up or came out with a recommendation. So 1813, the first is Charter Act, which was meant to spread scientific knowledge. It established the establishment of Hindu College in Calcutta, currently known as Presidency University since 2010. It happened at that time only, friends, after Charter Act. Okay, so Hindu College was established in Calcutta, and right now it is known as Presidency University. Okay, since 2010. Then Elphinstone Report, 1823, it came out. It suggested training for teachers and recommended to appoint district examination officers. Okay, so there may be a question regarding which report narrated to train the teachers or to appoint district examination officers. So there we should know about Elphinstone Report. Okay, we don't need to go thoroughly in the report, but we should know the key idea, that is training for teachers and appointment of district examination officers. Okay. Then Macaulay's Minute, we all know about it, and it is the best topic in this particular area. 1835 is the year when it came out, it was set up. Then introduction of English in Indian education. Okay, it brought English in Indian education system. Okay, and it's changed completely the Indian education system from that particular year. some Macaulay minute you need to go through. Then Wood's Dispatch in 1854, known as Magna Carta of English. This particular idea has been asked frequently in the examinations. Magna Carta of English. So that is Wood's Dispatch. And it suggested setting up 3 universities at Madras, Bombay and Calcutta. Okay, we all know about it, but which report suggested that? So it is Wood's Dispatch. Okay. Then Hunter Commission. This was the first commission in India in 1882, known as Indian Education Commission, fragmented education into primary and higher education levels. Okay. Then Universities Commission in 1902, Sir Thomas Raleigh. It is also known as Raleigh Commission. So Thomas Raleigh as the chairman. Indian Universities Act 1902 was based on its recommendations. So the act which came out in 1903, which was based on the recommendations of universities commissions. Okay. Next is National Council of Education. Okay, that came out in 1906. Hardly we know about it, but it is important as it was set up by Swadeshi nationalist leaders, not by Britishers, but Swadeshi nationalist leaders. That's why national word is there. National Council of Education. The establishment of National University in Bengal was based on this particular act, this council. Then Calcutta University Commission in 1917. It is known as Shadwell Commission also. It recommended setting up Central Advisory Board of Education, established in 1920 and abolished in 1923. So this commission recommended to set up a kind of advisory board of education, and it was established in 1920. But after 3 years, it was just abolished. But once again, it was re-established by another commission, that was Hartog Committee in 1929. So to improve the standard of university education, suggested establishment of Central Advisory Board of Education in 1929. Okay. Then friends, we have Sapru Committee, which was in 1934 set up by UP government to examine unemployment, recommended vocational education and 3-year degree courses. Okay. So 2 important things are there. It was set up by UP government to examine what is the ratio of employment in India. Okay. So to examine unemployment prevailing there, then recommended vocational education. So on the basis of that particular data or number, they recommended vocational education in the education system of India. And they also recommended 3-year degree courses. Then Abbott Wood report in 1937, it recommended establishment of polytechnics in India, agricultural schools to increase employment. So once again, it was focused on employment generation. Okay, so polytechnics were established after the recommendation of Abbott Wood report. Okay, then Zakir Hussain Committee. It is well known as the Varda scheme of education, basic education, Nai Talim, and Bunyadi Talim. Okay, and this is basically we can say that this is national committee, we can say, because this is widely taught in BA courses and MA courses nowadays also. What it recommended free and compulsory education for all, instruction in mother tongue, craft-centered education. So something new came at that time by this committee, craft-centered education. Once again, it is focused more on vocational education. So after getting enough education or literacy, somebody would be able to do something to earn money, okay, to earn bread and butter of his life. Then Sargent Report, 1944, known as Central Advisory Board of Education Report. So which of the following is known as the Central Advisory Board of Education Report? That is Sargent Report. Such question may be asked, friends. Then recommended teacher training programs, scholarships recommended by this report, establishment of a body like university grants Committee of England. So look, UGC was not at that time. Okay, but UGC was not recommended by this report. This report recommended actually the University Grants Committee, not the commission. And that committee is like England. England was having such committee. Okay, so it was not UGC, but it is something else, University Grants Committee, which was recommended by Sargent report. We will talk about UGC also later on. Now, friends, Post-Independence Act, reports and commissions. So it starts with the Dr. Radhakrishnan Commission, which is also known as University Education Commission. The year was 1948 and 49. So it was set up in 1948 and it submitted its report in 1949. And it recommended the establishment of UGC in 1956. Okay, so UGC was established in 1956, but prior to that it was established in 1953. Then in 1956 it was made a statutory body by the government of India. Okay, so be clear. We will also discuss in the next slide also, but let me tell you right now so that you can relate the thing. So UGC was established in 1953. Okay, but it was made a statutory body in 1956 only. Okay. Next is Dr. Mudaliar Commission in 1952-53, known as Secondary Education Commission. Just a minute. Tell me whether it is visible. The presentation is visible, friends. Write in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
Yes, visible.
There was an interruption in my desktop, that's why. Okay, fine. So, Mudaliar Commission, let's talk about first of all it. Mudaliar Commission, Mudaliar means it's a surname of the chairman, Lakshman Swami Mudaliar. So, Lakshman Swami Mudaliar was the chairman of this commission. So, Mudaliar Commission is also known as Secondary Education Commission. Look, please differentiate in the first two commissions of India. First commission was Radhakrishnan Commission, which is for university education. The second commission came out for secondary education, okay, high school education, not for university. Okay, so be clear in that particular thing. So set up in 1952, came out with its report in 1953, and it recommended multi-purpose schools in India. Okay, and remember the name of the chairman, Lakshman Swami Mudaliar. They may not ask in UGC NET examination that who was the chairman of this Secondary Education Commission. But what they may do, friends, as far as my experience is concerned, they may put up matching items. For example, 4 commissions are given in a column and 5 different names of the chairmen of the commissions are given. So you have to match the items. Okay, so such questions are asked in UGC NET, and questions like who was the chairman of Secondary Education or University Education Commission, such questions are asked in SET examination. Simple questions. Okay, I think you are getting my point. Now let's go to the Kothari Commission, widely popular after the first two. We can also say the backbone of the Indian education system, the Kothari Commission. Professor Daulat Singh Kothari was the name. Daulat Singh. Nobody knows his name. Nobody knows his name. But in interviews, such questions are asked to confuse the person. Okay. So Daulat Singh Kothari, widely known as DS Kothari. And it set up in 1964, and in 66 it submitted its report. This commission is known as the Education Commission of India. Okay. After independence. So post-independence, the first Education Commission of India was Kothari Commission, which does not talk about only university education, but it also talks about secondary education, primary education, elementary education. In general, it is talking about. Okay, it has given 3 language formula to us. What is 3 language formula? Can anybody tell me? What is the three language formula? No one knows about it. At least guess the answer. In three language, yes, mother tongue, national language, and native language. Okay, something is still missing there. Yes, mother tongues, secondary language, and foreign language. Okay, English language should be there. Then native language and any regional language, that may be mother tongue. Okay, regional language and mother tongue, both are similar type of languages, we can say. Because my regional language is Gujarati, your regional language is something else. Okay, that may be your mother tongue, widely spoken language of your state, that is your regional language. Okay, fine. Thank you so much for the response. Then academic freedom to teachers, so that they can improve themselves, they can do growth efforts for themselves. Okay, as a teacher, in service programs they can attend training programs. Okay, so that academic freedom was suggested by this commission. Then national policy on education, friends, 1968. So it was based on Kothari commission. This policy was based on Kothari commission, and this was the first policy of India. Then Gajendra Gadkar committee. I have added this particular thing. It is not widely known, but for the purpose of knowing that need of autonomous colleges was recommended by this particular committee in 1971. Okay, so autonomous colleges are many right now in different universities. So what committee gave that concept or recommended? So it was Gajendra Gadkar committee in 1971. Then Dr. Malcolm S. Adesanya committee. It is also widely known. It came in 1977-78. So vocationalization of education it talked about. Okay, so vocational education is focused there. Then some more are there. National Commission on Teachers. The chairman was Professor D.P. Chattopadhyay. Selection of teachers by group discussion and interview by tests, which was recommended by this commission, National Commission on Teachers. Okay, it came in 1983 and 85. 2 years they took to submit the report. Then National Policy on Education. So we can say very popular policy on education came in 1986 for universal access to quality education. It came out with various recommendations, friends, at that time. Then Acharya Ramamurthy Committee in 1990, review of national policy on education. So whatever recommendations were made in the draft of policy on education in 1986, it was reviewed by the Acharya Ramamurthy Committee. Then let me add that in 1992, there was program of action, which was completely based on the review of national policy on education by Acharya Ramamurthy Committee. Okay, so program of action, POA, it is known as, it came in 1992. Then Professor Takwale Committee in 1995, where they recommended B.Ed through correspondence for in-service teachers. Okay, this is major idea that I found out in this particular committee. So B.Ed through correspondence courses means correspondence courses are there. For example, IGNOU and BAOU, open universities are there. So prior to this, there wasn't any kind of provision for that. But after that, provision was made that people who are serving somewhere as a teacher or who are doing something else in other area of employment, they can do B.Ed through correspondence. Okay, where they need to attend a few classes, seminars, or they can have some assignments or submissions, and they can pass the B.Ed program. Okay. Then Sam Pitroda Committee in 2007, known as the National Knowledge Commission, proposed the need of RTE, ICT usage by teachers. So Sam Pitroda Committee, this National Knowledge Commission This is widely popular as National Knowledge Commission. And who was the in charge or director or chairperson of that committee? Sam Pitroda was the person of that. Okay. So we have to focus Sam Pitroda and National Knowledge Commission in 2007. So it proposed the need of RTE in Indian education system, right to education. And it also proposed the use of ICT by teachers. They said that teachers should use information and communication technology while teaching in the classroom. Okay. Then Subramanian Committee in 2015, Right to Early Childhood Care and Education, ECCE for children aged till 6. So they have recommended that then uniform norms of RTE for government and private schools. So RTE was implemented in 2010, but some amendments were made in 2015 using the recommendations of this committee. Okay, so uniformity was brought by the government for government and private schools. Then, friends, national education policy, we all know about it. It is too much chewed topic right now, and we must know about it because it is going to change the complete education system in India. Okay, the chairman, we know about it, that Dr. K. Kasturi Rangan was the chairman. New structure of education was initiated. Then there was an increase on vocational education. Focus is mainly on vocational education, and there is a provision of certificate, diploma, and degree courses. Flexibility is brought over there with the recommendations of national education policy. Okay, so major things we have talked, friends. Now let's go through the NCFs. NCFs means National Curriculum Frameworks that started from 1975, and just 1 year back we got a new NCF. Okay, so NCF, first NCF was in 1975, and it was very particular. It was for 10-year school. 10-year school curriculum it was there. Okay, it was not general in sense. But second NCF was general, and that is 1985. That came in 1985. Then third NCF came in 1988. Then fourth NCF in 2005. That was for primary and secondary school. And fifth NCF that came in 2009 only for teacher education. And sixth NCF in 2023. Okay. So we must remember the years of the NCF released, okay, by Government of India or MHRD. MHRD is also known as Ministry of Education nowadays, not MHRD. Previously, it was Ministry of Human Resource and Development. Nowadays, it is Ministry of Education only. Then, right of children to free and compulsory education, RTE. This is the full form of RTE. Many people say that RTE means right to education, but the complete form is right of children to free and compulsory education. That is the full form, actual full form. Okay, but it was shortened as right to education for the purpose of speaking or discussing. Okay, and the approval was given to RTE by the cabinet or the central government in 2009. Okay, I think it was November month, and it came into force in 2010. So here we need to understand the difference between the approved by government and came into force, or we can say implementation. Okay, because it may confuse you, and it has confused the many people in last year's GPSC examination also. Okay, so in GPSC examination they asked this question, and many people selected that 2010 it came into force. Okay, it was asked when it was when it came into force. The options were 2009, 2011, 2010. So the correct option is 2010 only, because it is related to implementation, not the approval by the cabinet. Okay, implementation is something else. So it started implementation in 2010 only on 1st April. Okay, so there GPSC has to modify the answer. Okay, when people go for grievances, they went for grievances, they have to modify the answer, because the English version is the final version of any answer. So it came into force in 2010, but it was approved in 2009. Next is structure of institutions of higher education, friends. So here let's talk in brief, very brief, about the structure, then some regulations, some bodies are there. First of all, policy making. Policy making is completely under the authority of central and state government. Okay, the parliament also. Then regulations are done by these bodies. First of all, UGC, so University Grants Commission, 28th December 1953 it was established, but became statutory body in 1956, as we talked earlier. Then AICTE, All India Council for All India Council for Technical Education, widely known as AICTE for technical colleges. It came as an advisory body in 1945. And there are 10 regional offices of AICTE located at Bangalore, Bhopal, Chandigarh, Chennai, Guwahati, Hyderabad, Kanpur, Kolkata, Mumbai, and Thiruvananthapuram. Okay, so these are the 10 regional offices. Look, they may ask you a question out of it. Okay, because it seems difficult to remember all of them, but still we can remember, because the regional offices of AICTE and other such bodies are similar. Okay, because Bhopal is the regional office of AICTE also and NCETE also. We will go for that in this particular slide only. So 10 regional offices are there for AICTE. Then CSIR, so Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, established in 1942 in New Delhi. Then ICAR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, 1929, an autonomous body under Department of Agricultural Research and Education. DARE, it is known as DARE, DARE, Department of Agricultural Research and Education. So this is also an autonomous body, and under that particular body, ICAR works. Then ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research. Many of you know about it. Okay, 1911 is the establishment year in New Delhi, and it was redesigned after the independence in 1949. Then ICSSR, we know about it because it is providing funds for research. Okay, it is Indian Council of Social Science Research. It has 6 regional centers: Chandigarh, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Mumbai, New Delhi, and Shillong. So only Shillong is the new word here. Okay, Shillong is the new center over here, and New Delhi also. Other centers are similar to the AICTE. So with reference, we can remember them. Then NCTE, National Council for Teacher Education, established in 1993. Now, when we talk about accreditation bodies, so NAC is there first and foremost. National Assessment and Accreditation Council, 1994, it was established. Then NBA. So NAC is assessing colleges and university departments, but those colleges which are running technical programs are accredited by NBA, National Board of Accreditation. So 1994, the same year it was established along with NAC. Now, friends, another important key area is Oriental, conventional, and non-conventional learning programs in India. So Oriental learning programs include those programs or study which are based on Eastern society, culture, language, history, people, etc. Okay. Then conventional learning programs are the programs which are in which we have learned, we are taught. Okay, degree programs, diploma courses. Okay, traditional programs we can say. Then non-conventional programs which are based on online platforms or any kind of MOOC. Okay, certificate programs. Okay, where ICT is useful. You don't need to go for learning to any class or any college or school for non-conventional programs. Then formal education programs, it is just like conventional learning programs where formal schedule is followed. Okay, degree is awarded to the students. Then distance education programs where education is imparted through correspondence. Okay. Then friends, professional education, technical education, and skill-based education. So when we talk about professional education, it relates with theory and practical education. For example, medical courses, teaching courses, agricultural studies, which has theory also as well as practical. Then technical education has the same kind of dimensions, aspects. First of all, it emphasizes on technical knowledge of machines, equipment, and gadgets. For example, aeronautical studies, pharmaceutical studies, engineering courses. Then skill-based education, where courses for skill development, for example, certificate courses, diploma courses, degree courses for designing, computer operations, web development. This is very much famous nowadays, skill-based education. And that is very uh, less time taking. Certificate courses are available in in a big number, you can say. Now, friends, value education. So major values are imparted over here. Universal values, for example, universal brotherhood, like that. Then human values, personal values, family values, socio-cultural values, moral values, ethical values, aesthetic values, spiritual values, etc. So here classification is given of value education. Then environmental education, we already talked about in that particular unit. But here also they include a couple of things related to environment. So major acts on environment awareness and education, major laws passed by Government of India, universal laws. Okay, any agreement or protocol is there that we need to refer. Then role of teachers and students here. So they may ask a kind of a blend of question. For example, teaching aptitude and higher education, they may blend two things, two units, and they may ask a question regarding the role of teachers and students. Okay. Then comes the policies, governance and administration. So this comes this is the last point of this higher education. So policies means the policies passed by the Government of India, Ministry of Education, after a long discussion, after a long review. Okay, just like a national policy on education, national education policy, it came with its draft in 2019, and we, the people of India, we gave our own inputs also for that. Okay, we filled data for that this is needed nowadays. This can be upcoming necessity of the nation. So that can be added in the national education policy. So policy is constructed keeping in mind all those things. And the Indian education, Indian constitution is also followed here, where different articles are there. For example, article 21A is there for education. So if the articles are focused here when they frame a kind of policy, then different bodies are established. For example, UGC, NCRT, such bodies are established under these policies and governance and administration for the purpose of administration, especially. Then councils of India administer the education system in India. Then Ministry of Education, New Delhi. Then friends, governing bodies in higher education that we talked about to administer the education system of colleges and schools. Then government's efforts in promoting higher education in India and policies for that. So updated or upgraded policies in India or amendments which are made gradually, that we need to focus. Okay, that's why earlier in this session I told you that go for updated things when you buy a book, new edition, so that you can get the updated version of the things. Okay, if any new policy has been implemented by the government, you can know about it. Okay, so friends, this is all about these policies governance and administration. Okay, one is there. Articles in the Indian institution, Indian Constitution related to education. 21A for free and compulsory education. This is an example only. Some more articles you will find there as an amendment done gradually by the government of India, the parliament. Now, friends, we have a few questions based on higher education. So let's try them out. Okay. Here also we end the actual session. Okay. This is the part of the things. These questions are the part of the things that we understood till now, and whatever experience we have regarding higher education. Okay. So first of all, first question is there. Indicate the number of regional offices of National Council of Teacher Education. So regional offices are there. We can say regional centers. National Council for Teacher Education. NCTE. What can be the right answer? Tell me. Okay, somebody is writing 4. Then okay, 5. Okay. Any more answer? Four. You can Google also meanwhile. Okay, friends. So the correct answer is 4 only. And these are the names of those regional offices. Okay. I think it's visible to you. Bhubaneswar, Bangalore, Bhopal, and Jaipur. Okay. These are the 4 regional offices, friends. Now, another question is there. There are 10 questions in this particular presentation. Okay. Then we will end up with questions, with the Q&A session. So second question is, which one of the following statements is not correct about University Grants Commission, that is UGC? The options are here. So tell me, what can be the correct option? But what is asked in the question? Not correct about UGC. Okay. So we have to select incorrect statement. Focus on the statements. It was established in 1956 by an act of parliament. That is okay. That's correct. Okay. Then it is tasked with promoting and coordinating higher education. It receives plan and non-plan funds from the central government. It receives funds from state governments in respect of state universities. A, D, D, C. Okay, fine. Which one is appropriate? Inappropriate, correct one. Tell me. First one is first statement is right. Okay, second statement is also correct. Think about C and D. And think about UGC, University Grants Commission, whether it gives grant or whether it receives grant. It gives fund, okay, for the colleges. But it receives funds from central government itself. But it does not receive fund from state governments for the state universities. Okay, so option number D is the wrong option for UGC. Okay, that is incorrect statement for UGC. Fine. Next is, which one of the following councils has been disbanded in 2013? Options are here. Distance Education Council, National Council for Teacher Education, National Council for Educational Research and Training, National Assessment and Accreditation Council, DEC, NCTE, NCERT, or NAC. Disbanded means it was not continued after that. I think nobody knows about NCT. That's why they are writing B. NCT is not disbanded, friends. It is still available in Bhopal. It has the main center. A is the correct answer. Distance Education Council. You will not find DEC anywhere right now. NCT is there. Okay, B.Ed students must know about it. M.Ed students must know about it. Because NCT is only for B.Ed and M.Ed colleges. NCERT, it is meant for training programs, research programs. And NAC is available for all of the colleges, all departments and colleges. So A is the correct answer. DEC was disbanded. Now next is, which of the following statements are correct about the National Assessment and Accreditation Council? So we have codes here in the form of answers. Okay, so 4 statements are there. So find out the correct code. First of all, first statement is, it is an autonomous institution. Okay. It is tasked with the responsibility of assessing and accrediting institutions of higher education. It is located in Delhi. It has regional offices. Tell me which one is correct. Somebody is saying A, Benedict, and who is this person? Vaishali says A, Benedict, A, Rishabh D. Okay, which are the options? Let me see, because I text box, the chat box is open, so I am not able to see all the options. 1 and 3, 1 and 2, 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4. Vishaka is saying 3, that is C, 1, 2, and 4. It is an autonomous institution, that is correct. Okay, then it is tasked with the responsibility of assessing and accrediting institutions of higher education, that is also correct. It is located in Delhi, so don't assume that each and every national level body is in Delhi only. Okay, it has regional offices. There is no regional office of NAC. Okay, so 3 and 4 both are wrong. The first 2 statements are correct, friends. So it is B only. It is B only because it has no regional offices, and it is located not in Delhi, it is located in Bangalore, I think. And it is an autonomous body, and it assesses and accreditates the colleges and departments of universities. Okay. I hope you enjoy the questions. Which of the following is or are a minority institutions? So we have one or more than one minority institutions. We have to find out which is the correct option. So first of all, we have Punjab University, Patiala, Osmania University, Hyderabad, Kashmir University, Srinagar, and St. Stephen's College, Delhi. And we have codes below, which are 1 and 2, 2 and 4, 2 only and 4 only. Tell me what may be the right answer. Think about it. And don't go for the terminal, the term. Okay, minor institution. So choose wisely. Rishabh says B. B has 2 and 4. Benedict says C. Vaishali also says C. Okay, so C is selected by majority. So C has 2 only, hai na? So Osmania University, Hyderabad. Okay, you think so? Let's see ahead. Anybody else who wants to guess? Any different guess, friends? Because the selections that you have made are not correct. Something else is there. And it is just one university. Okay, one person came with D, Dharmesh. Then Alvani, Insi Alvani, Prachi. Okay, now when I said that C is incorrect, people came with D. Good, very good. But nobody will be there in the examination hall. Okay, it is for only St. Stephen's College, Delhi. It is the part of minority institutions. So just don't go with the term that minority. It may be Kashmir University, it may be Osmania. Okay, so the terms may confuse you. Now next is, which of the following statements are correct about the National Advisory Council? Okay, NSC, not NAC. It is NSC. Okay, there was an interruption in between in my desktop. The slide is visible, friends. Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So go for the selection of correct answer. So which of the following statements are correct about the National Advisory Council, NSC? The National Advisory Council is a statutory body. It is headed by the Prime Minister of India. It facilitates constant interaction with the leaders of civil society. It provides policy and legislative inputs to the government of India. So select the correct code. Let me open chat box. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Rishabh and Rishabh is say 1, 2, 3. That is first option. And 1, 3, 4. That is C option. Okay. Did I mention anywhere that there was a statutory body like NSE previous in the earlier slides? I haven't mentioned such things. So it is not a statutory body. And it is not headed by Prime Minister of India. So think about other two statements. It facilitates constant interaction with the leaders of civil society. It provides policy and legislative inputs to the government of India. Okay, so option number D is the correct option, friends. Here. Now we are running out of time, so let's go ahead in a hurry.
Sir,
Yes.
it's 12:30.
Yes, sir. So should I go ahead? Only 3 questions are left out. If students are ready, I can go ahead. Otherwise, we can start Q&A session.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead with 3 questions.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, friends. I think this question was the part of the previous slide also. So we should skip this question. So, this is important question. Which of the following universities has adopted the meta university concept? And the options are, first one is Assam University, Hyderabad University, Delhi University, and Pondicherry University. Tell me, which university has adopted this concept, meta university concept? Just guess the answer. Okay, somebody saying C. Many people are going for this. So you are just guessing. You don't know the answer. So correct answer is Delhi University, friends. Now, Meta University, I have added something for the purpose of better understanding. So Meta University concept marks a paradigm shift in higher education in India. it is based on the premise that the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. Okay, so that is the concept of meta university. Now let's do a little hurry. Next question is, which of the following are the goals of higher education in India? This can be easier question. Okay, so 4 things are there. These are not options. Access, equity, quality and excellence, relevance, value-based education, compulsory and free education. And we have codes after this, and codes are here. Okay, so goals of higher education in India. So what can be included in the goals of higher education? Many people are saying D. But look, higher education is not compulsory and free education. Okay, that is more related to school education. So option number C is the correct option. Last number 6 is not the goal of higher education in India. Okay, now let's see the last question of this presentation. Which of the following statements represent the main functions of UGC? So statements are recognition of institutions, maintenance of quality and standards, appointment of vice chancellor, giving grants to institutions, making state governments responsible for educational development. And the codes are here. So what are the main functions? Think about it. So recognition is given by UGC or not? Then maintenance of quality standards, whether it is done by UGC or not. Appointment of vice chancellor, whether UGC is responsible for that. So I don't think it is responsible. Giving grants to institution, that is correct. Then making state governments responsible for educational development, whether it is correct or not. Okay, yes, you guessed right. The answer is C, 1, 2, and 4. Okay, so this is all about the. Okay, more questions are there, but let me skip them. I will share the complete PPT in the form of PDF with you, friends. Okay, I will share with sir, and sir will forward to you. And also I will share the PPT, PDF in the groups, WhatsApp groups.
Thank you very much, sir, for taking a lot of time for our students and sparing your time for our students. And I hope students must have benefited from this, and they will have some confidence that they will be able to solve the puzzles or questions in the NET examination. Thank you
you,
very much, sir. Now, whether Khushi has to make any announcement?
Sir, just there is a reminder call for the participants to put their attendance in the paper 1 on Google Classroom.
Okay.
And sir, have we
So
taken
now
any
we are.
have we taken any screenshots,
Yes.
sir? Have we taken any screenshot of this session?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So can I have any couple of 3 to 4 screenshots for my records, sir?
Sure. Sure.
Okay, sir. Thank you
We
so
will
much.
send you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sure.
Hmm.
Welcome. Welcome, sir. Thank you. We meet at 2:30 now.
Thank you all, and all the best.
Okay.